Well, hello, this is Dr. George Bobbitt, Mansfield Chiropractic and the Concept Therapy Institute, coming to you to introduce you to a workshop that we're doing on balancing emotions, specifically love and hate. Now, why would a chiropractor be talking about balancing emotions of love and hate? Well, I'm so glad you asked. So here's what you may not know. In our life and in our environment, when we perceive something from the outside, our brain determines whether that is a pain or a pleasure. And we either respond either in a flight or fight or freeze mechanism or a rest, digestion, heal mechanism. And so our emotions and our ratio of perception to our environment changes the chemistry in our body and then causes the body to change toward dis-ease or disease or pathology, and can create every condition you can possibly think of. In fact, 80% of all sickness and disease is due to a psychosomatic reason, which means we had a perception, the chemistry in the body changed, and then the body changed. Let me show you this on a diagram. So if we had a diagram, and on this side, we have a continuum, and on this side, we're going to put hate. And on this side, we're going to put love. And then in the middle, we're going to call that neutral. We're going to say this is neutral. We could use a lot of different words. We could say that you're present. We could even call it divine love, where these are polarized emotions. We would say this is centered. We are centered in homeostasis. So let me show you how this works. Let's say that over here, this is the highest level of hate you could have. And I know most of you don't hate. Use other synonyms: dislike, abhor, disgust, have a distaste. If you have this much hate, that's a low level of perception, means a low level of chemistry change. If you jump way over here and you start having high levels of negative emotion, you have a high level of perception and a high level of chemistry that's produced. For instance, our brain says, I hate that because it caused me more pain than pleasure. There's more disadvantage than advantage. We're going to pump out chemistry like massive amounts of testosterone, massive amounts of epinephrine or adrenaline, massive amounts of acetylcholine. That's the chemistry that happens here, and it will change the physiology. You will end up with disease and pathology in the shape of back pain, neck pain, headaches, digestive problems, hormone issues, circulatory issues, and the list goes on and on. But let's look at the other side. Let's look at love. Now, when I use the word love, this is the opposite of hate. So this is still a polarized emotion. If you have low levels of love, then you dump into the body low chemistry of love. But if you jump way over here and you have higher levels of perception, you're fully infatuated. You're all in. You release massive amounts of chemicals like serotonin or dopamine or oxytocin. And believe it or not, too much chemistry this way can create too much parasympathetic system function and create disease, pathology, and sickness into the body and the systems of the body, resulting in pathologies. And again, back and neck pain and headaches and glandular problems and circulatory and digestive problems and nerve situations. So the further perception you have this way, or the further perception you have this way without being centered, balanced, and present, the more you obstruct your chemistry and the more potential for dis-ease to your body, mind. So I wanted you to know that. So this is why we're hosting a workshop on how do we neutralize love and hate so it's not a polarized, but it's more synthesized into more presence. We're going to be using this book. This is simply The Rays of the Dawn, Dr. Thurman Fleet's book on the laws of the body, mind, and soul, a way to balance our emotions, balance our chemistry, so we're not creating a sick environment. That's why I have such a love interest for this. Now, here's the good news. You can bring your children, because at the same time we're learning, We'll teach the children in a children's version on how to manage love and hate. There's no cost for the event. You just simply advise that when you're here, you purchase the book or you purchase it from the Concept Therapy Institute. You don't have to, but it's a worthy tool to have so that you can create future training for yourself and your family. We'll have snacks and lunch provided so that way you can attend and not worry. So join. We look forward to seeing you. The information is below on the times, and we'll do this in person. We'll do this online. Join us, balancing love and hate, neutralizing our emotions so we can balance our chemistry and have more peace in our life, more fulfillment in life, feel better, and live better. Until next time, I'll see you then.